My presentation has nothing to do with constipation. Let me be very frank with you. The topic today, which is brought by the Abbott Gastroenterology Division, they're talking on constipation. This is nothing to do with that topic at all. The topic is Eat Right India. This is a government initiative. You'll be surprised to know that this is a government initiative. The government has become very serious about what diet the school children should take, what diet the college students should take, and what diet the rest of India should take. This is because India is the capital of heart attacks. These Indians can go anywhere in the world. They will top. India is the capital of diabetics. Again, the Indians can go in any part of the world. Their genes are such type that they will outnumber as far as the incidence is concerned. India woke up because 60% of deaths are because of non-communicable diseases. And that's why one full department has formed who is taking care and making a movement, Eat Right India. This I am talking today is just a preliminary thing. What I am going to talk on 18th, PCOD in relation to diet. I talked some time back that PCOD can be reversed, and now I can say PCOD can be prevented. So, आज जो मैं बात करूंगी उसका extension होगा उस दिन. There are so many things which we do not know. The terms which are there, they think, people like us, we doctors will be knowing those terms. But every term we had to, myself and Malti had to struggle in the Google first what it is. Another challenge is anemia. Majority of the Indians suffer from anemia. As far as the children are concerned, under 5, 60%. Women and adolescents, again 60%. And you'll be surprised to know that in spite of active intervention by the Government of India and IMA and the various bodies, even men folks still have incidence of anemia as 30%. And we all know that 75% of India is less than 40 years. What is happening as far as India is concerned, the success story of India which you and we are seeing it, is all because of the youngsters, and their diet has to be really taken care of. The Government of India specified 4 things. 3 habits: healthy food, exercise, good sleep. आधा हिंदुस्तान जो है रात को जगता है और दिन में सोता है. कोई 10 बजे उठता है, कोई 11 बजे उठता है. मेरे पास बहुत सारे पेशेंट्स हैं, वो कहते हैं हम 11 बजे उठे, and they take pride in it. People like me tell them that this is time that you should plan your family and you start getting up before the sun is up. तो आपके बच्चे इस तरह का बिहेवियर आपके साथ कर रहे हैं, तो आपको देखना है that you have to keep strict with them. Clear? Can we get a chair for you or not? No, I'm okay. I'm okay. And beside these 3 things is the positive attitude, and the positive attitude. So, I'm speaking because I was given a responsibility to make tapes for university students, and that is the time I got these things. I did not know the Government of India is doing so much. So the priorities are Right nutrition, we must move. Not only it is true for us, people who are beyond 60 years, that we must move, but it is also for youngsters, that they should do some physical activity. And good sleep of 8 hours. 8 hours good sleep is required for all people who are young, especially children. And this particular thing, which is circadian rhythm, should not be broken. Otherwise, you will find you are having a problem of diseases. Now, what is the theme? Not a single line is mine. It's all Government of India guidelines. The theme is Eat Right India, means eat healthy to prevent non-communicable diseases. Because 60% of all deaths in India occur because of non-communicable diseases. We have to reduce high fat, sugar and salts. So the aim is it was written as HFSS, Mission HFSS. So I asked Malti, do you know what is this? I did not know it. Let me be very frank with you. So I googled it and I found it is high fat, sugar and salt have to be cut down. Eliminate trans fats. Anybody can tell me what we mean by trans fats? Anybody? सिंपल भाषा में जो आप सिखा सकते हैं. जब भी ऑयल हाई टेम्परेचर में बार बार उसमें फ्राई की जाती है, it turns into trans fat and it can be absolutely very bad for your health. Government is also getting serious on this particular thing कि जो business people हैं, जो समोसा बनाते हैं, पकौड़ी बनाते हैं, ये सब चीज़ें बनाते हैं आपके लिए, ये harmful है हमारे लिए. Because whenever the oil is heated into very high temperature, whether you make buns, you make pizza, you make anything, it converts into trans fat. And the trans fat are very bad for your health. All the complications which you find because of non-communicable diseases are because of the trans fat and many other things. And make healthier food options available, which is available locally. Eat safe to prevent foodborne diseases, because the lowest estimate in India is that 1 in 10 gets affected very badly because of the infection. And we all know that 90% of the typhoid cases in the world are from India. My request to each one of you is, now the vaccination is available, one vaccination lifetime. 1000, 1100, 1200 रुपए आपको खर्च करने पड़ेंगे, पर it is worth it. इसी ग्रुप में बैठे हुए 3-4 लोग हैं जो कि who had typhoid and they had a repeat typhoid and the repeat typhoid. So I think that kind of a thing, to educated people, it should not happen. So hygiene and sanitation is important. Safe food practices are important, and this repurposed used cooking oil, probably sooner or later it will be stopped as for the government indications are concerned, repeatedly if you are heating it. Eat fortified to prevent micronutrient deficiency, as 70% of the Indians have deficiency of micronutrients, and that is why we have circulated one booklet. There are many booklets. This we have simplified, and again whatever is given here is again taken up from the Government of India guidelines. So we have to see to it that not only we have to fight to anemia, but we have to fight for micronutrient deficiencies as well. Our diet should be fortified salt to fight anemia, and now the salt is fortified with iodine as well as with iron. Fortified foods in open market, fortified foods in a government outlets, and no food should be wasted. Share surplus food with needy people and reduce food waste. This is again slogan by the Government of India. Sahi Bhojan, Behtar Jeevan. This campaign was launched in 2018 and the department was Food Security Standard Authority of India has been given the responsibility to take it across, make it a public movement, make it a movement in the schools, make it a movement in the university. And the aim is to engage, excite, enable citizens to improve their health and well-being by eating healthy. Now this is called HFSS mission, where you cut down fats, you cut down sugar, you cut down salt, and the trans fat in your food should be less than 2%. We have to raise awareness among people that the sugar, salt and the fats are not good for your health and should be consumed in minimal quantities, and they should also know the bad effects of trans fat. This movement has got 3 pillars, and these pillars are with the 3 themes: eat safe, eat healthy, eat sustainable. Whatever is available local. हम लोग को कैलिफोर्निया का एप्पल नहीं खाना है, चाइना का एप्पल नहीं खाना, जो यहाँ मिल रहा है वही खाना है. एंड डोंट टेक प्राइड इन इट, बिकॉज जो चीज़ बाहर से इम्पोर्टेड है वो आपके लिए नहीं है, ये उन लोगों के लिए जिनके लिए वहाँ पर बनी हुई है. Now, just to enlarge this, ensuring personal and hygiene, combat adulteration, reducing toxins and contaminants in food, control food hazards in processing and manufacturing processes. When we say eat healthy, promote diet with the diversity and balanced diet. मतलब दाल खानी है तो रोज़ बदल बदल कर खानी है जो भी locally available है. Eliminating toxic industrial trans fats from the food, biscuits, cookies, all that variety of things. Chips. Lots many things. I will enlarge it when we talk about PCOD in detail. Reducing consumption again, salt, sugar and saturated fats. Eat sustainable, promoting local and seasonal foods, preventing food loss and food waste, reducing use of the preservative and chemicals in food production, using safe and sustainable food packaging material. And this is their logo, and the logo says that you should have a clean water to drink, and that's a big aim as far as the government of India is concerned. They have reached out to 70% of the households, and 30% probably they will go through it. Now yellow represents cereals and pulses to be consumed in adequate quantity. Purple is for food and drinks high in fat, sugar and salt to be taken very rarely, sparingly. Dark blue is for milk and milk products. Brown is that you should cut your non-vegetarian products to minimum. Fish, poultry to be taken moderately. The greens are for fruits and vegetables to be consumed liberally. And aqua blue, minimum 8 glasses of water. Fruits, raw vegetables and the green leafy vegetables are plenty in this country. There is no shortage. There is absolutely no shortage. This particular slide is very dear to me. जो चीज़ भी प्रोडक्ट फैक्ट्री से होकर आता है वो आपके लिए नहीं है. ब्रेड अगर फैक्ट्री में बनती है तो वो आपके लिए नहीं है. आप घर में बनाना चाहते हैं ब्रेड को अपने सीरियल से तो वो आपके लिए अच्छा है. कल्पना कम, आप खाना खा रहे तो खत्म कर लीजिए खाना. So remember this, eat close to the nature and avoid any food which comes through the factory. आपको याद रहेगा बिस्किट्स फैक्ट्री में बनते हैं, ऑल बेकरी प्रोडक्ट्स फैक्ट्री में बनते हैं, जो भी आपका वहां से उठ जाता है. हमारा जो आटा है ना जो फैक्ट्री के थ्रू आता है वो आपके लिए, वो आटा आपके लिए नहीं है.
आपकी जिंदगी में कौन जीतता है, दिल या दिमाग? दिमाग समझा रहा है घी तेल कम खाओ तंदुरुस्त रहोगे, पर दिल ललचा रहा है. अंकल जी रोज पराठे दबाते हैं, कुछ नहीं हुआ. दिमाग बनाता है कल को ऐसी बीमारियां हो गई कुछ खा ही ना पाओ तो क्या फायदा, इसलिए आधे लड्डू से काम चलाओ। पर दिल जिद करता है खाऊंगा तो पूरा ही। इसलिए सोचिए आपकी जिंदगी में हर दिन कौन जीतता है, क्योंकि तंदुरुस्ती दिल से ज्यादा दिमाग का खेल है। आज से ही खाने में चीनी, नमक और तेल कम कीजिए।
So this Mr. Rao and Virat Kohli have been asked to make these videos, take it across to the university and the schools, because शायद हम लोगों का इतना असर नहीं होगा जितना इन लोगों का असर होगा। What you got from this particular video is आज से थोड़ा कम, and थोड़ा कम क्या है, जो फैट है आपकी डाइट का पर डे का 65 ग्राम्स पर डे होना चाहिए। Trans fat 2 grams and less per day. Sugar is, the study has not been done in India but the study has been done in US. वहाँ पे उन्होंने लिखा है कि 22 से 24 चाय के चम्मच चीनी पीते हैं वो। That amounts to 100 grams. So recommended is 25 grams. Recommended is 25 grams. And the salt is चाय का चम्मच बिल्कुल फ्लैट करेंगे तो 5 ग्राम्स होगा, not more than that anyway. Now what is the objective of this HFSS mission? The objective is to bring about dietary modification to reduce the diet related non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, heart disease. ये तो मैंने अभी 3 नाम गिनाए, 30 नाम आते हैं जो कि इस नॉन कम्युनिकेबल डिजीज के अंदर है, जिसमें हाइपोथायराइडिज्म, अल्जाइमर, मेनी अदर थिंग्स आर पार्ट ऑफ दिस, एंड these are because of exponential increase in intake of high fat, sugar and the salt meals. Salt should be taken less than 5 grams per day. Long term consumption of too much of salt can elevate blood pressure and increase the risk of stomach cancer, may also increase the risk of heart disease and premature mortality. So these are the scientific part of it. Now how to reduce salt intake? Do not sprinkle salt on your curd, on your salad and on fruits. Do not add salt in dough for chapatis or rice. Avoid eating chutney and pickles if you have a family history of hypertension and ischemic heart disease. Reduce salt quantity in cooking from lesser to least. धीरे धीरे कम, आज से थोड़ा कम, फिर कल उससे भी कम, फिर उससे परसों उससे भी कम. Now the instructions are given by Food Security and Standard Foundation Authority of India, that low salt in the products which is available in the market, if it is written low salt, it means less than 0.3 gram per 100. Medium salt between 0.3 to 1.5 grams, and high salt means anything more than 1.5 per 100 grams. The sugar, you should restrict foods such as cakes, pastry, confectionery, sweets, as they often have a high amounts of fat, sugar, salt and prepared with refined cereals. Limit the consumption of food and drinks containing high amounts of sugars. The sugar sweetened beverages and sugar snacks, I will dilate again this on the 18th. Do not overindulge in sugar preserved food like jams, jellies and marmalades. Prefer whole fruit instead of fruit juices and eat fresh fruits. Prefer using naturally sweet ingredients than refined sugars. The sugar added to food and beverages during manufacturing and processing, in addition to the sugar naturally containing honey, syrups and fruit juices and fruity concentrates, are referred as free sugars. They don't have any nutrient value, they have only neat calories. Free sugar consumption is connected to poor dental health, weight gain, chronic inflammation, which is part and parcel of creating diseases like non-communicable diseases and the development of non-communicable diseases. Reduce sugar sweetened beverages. जो आज की तारीख में बहुत सारा कॉर्न यूज़ करते हैं, उसका वो स्वीटन बेवरेजेस में सब में डालते हैं. हमको भी लगता है कि टेस्ट के लिए अच्छा है, तो उस तरह से सब चीज़ बॉटल्ड आती है, उसको आप डालते हैं हर चीज़ में. सो उसको भी उन्होंने कहा इज़ कनेक्टेड टू पुअर डेंटल हेल्थ, sugar products during childhood and adolescence should be avoided because they lead long-term health advantages. The sugar provides only calories and no other nutrient in our body. High intake of sugar is a risk factor for obesity, for diabetes and other non-communicable diseases. The fruit sugar is bad. This is the question. Is it fruit sugar is as bad as white sugar? Natural sugar is definitely much better than the refined sugar. आज के modern time में this is called disease of civilization. Refined oil, refined cereals, everything refined. Trans fats. Trans fat raises bad LDL cholesterol levels while lowering the good HDL levels. Cookies, crackers, cakes, margarine, animal products, fried potatoes, popcorn, sweets, desserts, all are high in trans fats. Sir, Dr. Lahoti, आपके सामने बोल रही हूँ. Excess of fat intake is high risk for obesity, diseases like diabetes and cardiovascular ailments. Tips to reduce trans fat intake: while cooking, prefer boiling, steaming, roasting, grilling or baking rather than frying. In your routine cooking, use fats and oils in moderation and consume varieties of food. Restrict your intake of bakery products or processed food. कहते हैं कि कोकोनट की कुकी इज इक्वल टू पराठा. Measure cooking oil with spoon rather than pouring freely from the bottle or use spray from the oil. Now switching fat calories, eating calories. Now this is again a movement is being created in the school and the colleges that you should switch on to healthy eating choices. Many studies are here which says that they knew that it has a bad effect, पर क्योंकि हमारी दोस्त खा रही है तो मुझको भी यही खाना है. So these are studies after studies are there. We know this is the right plate for us. 50% vegetables and fruits, another 25% from the whole grains, mainly the millets, and healthy protein. Now the trend is to go for plant proteins are advantageous over the animal protein because animal protein has cholesterol and everything can be related to it. अगर आप animal protein नहीं लेंगे तो कोई cholesterol नहीं आपके system में ज़्यादा. Now these are studies after studies which have been conducted in universities where they found that the diet the boys and the girls are taking are deficit in calories, micronutrients, calcium 9 intake, and they knew about the hazards of junk food, but at the same time because their colleagues were taking unhealthy food, so they were not only forced, उनका अपने ही आप बना रहा है कि उनको वैसा खाना खाना चाहिए. One after another. 87% knew about, they were aware about the importance of balanced food, still prefer to eat junk food, with 60% of their fellow eating that junk food. Now every student should know the nutritional status of theirs. They must know their weight, height, the right BMI for them, and simply for doctors is आपकी height से आपकी waist आधी होनी चाहिए. If I am 5 feet 4 inches, मेरी waist 32 inch होनी चाहिए. Anything more than that, it tells about visceral fat, and which is definitely creates all problems for you. All BMI data as far as India is concerned, it is minus 2.5 in every category. Now this is a survey has been done in Delhi University. You can see from the chart only 50% had a normal weight, 21% were overweight, 13% were obese, 18% were underweight. So, students should create a right movement in their schools. Right from the canteen, everything has to get changed, and they should involve all authorities. They must be made local champions and ambassadors as far as the right food is concerned. And this abhiyan is very, very important, because India, the commitment by the government of India is that it will become Viksit Desh by 2047, and by that time the anemia incidence should be less than 5%, and non-communicable diseases should become half. Not only this movement has to be created by our medical fraternity also. Driving change through simple, powerful messages are very important for safe and healthy eating. Promote fortified foods, creating sustainable ecosystem for safe and wholesome food, and popularizing Shri Ann millets. So, use fortified foods. Now, please try to see things. Everything is available. Only thing you have to go. They are right available in the market, but because we have a buying habits of different kinds, we don't go for them. So that's it. Right India. Chairman, co-chairman and 18 members for a public awareness committee, and this will be spread across 10 forums. Anybody who has a passion for it should opt for it. It should be absolutely voluntary and not otherwise. So this is that same.